muted, Mr. Navin. You'll have
Yeah, hi, Mr. Dinesh. I am here.
pleasure connecting.
Yeah, hi. So,
Hello.
yeah, hi. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Dinesh. Thank you, Mr. Sarat, for inviting me in this prestigious seminar. I think we have got very nice session from a lot of brilliant minds. So, I would like to share my perspective on technology. So, brief about myself. Okay, so my screen right now. Okay, so today we'll focus on the metaverse. Metaverse is a new customer experience paradigm for consumers. So we want to discuss that and all. So right now, for last 2 3 decades, we have been consuming digital content in a 2D manner, flat manner and all. We used to have a keyboard and all. So now the customer wants much more human style of handling content, and that content should be 3D way and all. So I would like to keep my perspective how this world is emerging, how he is going to create the new industrial revolution. So to start this thing, so my brief, I wrote 2 books on deep learning AI. Uh, I work in AI for a long time across geography, across verticals, and for last 4 years working on metaverse, AR, VR, and all. So building India's first metaverse city in VR mode, India's first metaverse meeting platform where we can meet together, work together, and all. To start with the content, like metaverse is the idea launched by one novelist, you know, mentioned in a novel called Snow Crash, and that novel described about metaverse is a parallel world, a world parallel to our real world right now. So the way we live our life, it's a very normal world, and now we want to create a parallel world where you can have your own avatar. Avatar can be engaged with your friends in avatar mode. They can really play together, they can go to the office together, they can go to the club together and all. So you're creating a new kind of world that is more immersive, more emotionally connected. Unlike the Zoom call and all this thing and all, it's more kind of 3D, three-dimensional virtual space where we can work together, live together and all. So the idea is to address the right now we use a keyboard and all, mouse and all, right? Now the idea is to replace keyboard and mouse, even phone and laptop also, with the new kind of devices, which is more human type. So metaverse is a huge, because it's going to be huge as per the Citibank and other surveys. It's going to be $8 trillion business minimum by 2030, and we're supposed to have at least 5 billion users on metaverse, and 1 billion devices need to be sold by 2030, and it's moving very fast. That's why we need to focus on this technology a lot. I would like to draw your attention towards this topic because this topic is going to recreate the customer experience. So before we start, we can talk about AR, VR, and metaverse. So AR is nothing but the augmented reality. We're going to augment real world with virtual object. Example, in the real room, some virtual avatar will come, some virtual sofa will come, some virtual thing will come and all. That's called AR. So in AR mostly we are trying to really place some virtual thing in the real world, and that phone is enough for the AR experience. Okay, like this is one example. Like see this through the phone, I can see on a table something, a building has come up. Okay, on the table I can see now a building has come up. So this is called AR, like Pokemon Go. If you remember that in Pokemon Go, you used to have we used to have some kind of Pokemon on the road, and just through the phone you can see some Pokemon has come to your place, and you try to trace that. And second thing is called VR. VR is nothing but the more immersive mode, like a virtual reality. Once you wear the device, you feel that you are in a forest area, you are in a war zone, you are in a plant factory and all. You can move left side, right side. You can completely immerse in the environment. So example like this is a VR. So the VR training is very famous nowadays. Nowadays, training for the fire safety, training for solar plants, windmills and all is being done by the VR devices and all. So it's like the person would be immersed completely into the new space, and he can hold some object on hold through. He can do what he does in real life. So in VR, gets totally immersed. We teleport a person to the new space, and he can interact with the item as well. It's very interactive, very much immersive and all. That is the future of the training, future of the remote working, future of the playing games also. So the idea of metaverse is combination of AR, VR, videos and all those things, and try to have a very smart handset and all, and then it creates the 3D consistent, 3D persistent virtual world where avatar can spend time together, can work together, can really have an event together, can go to the gym together. So the idea is to create a parallel world where you can really have a good time with your friends without traveling. Right now, we need to travel to some city to visit one art galleries or some kind of event and all. That can be reduced. You just wear device and you feel that you are in the new space of the event and all, and you can really interact with your colleagues, friends and all in the avatar mode. So before we go to the next layer, I think I would like to just show some kind of videos that can showcase the content like this. How So it can democratize the lab. Example, when you go to biology lab, you need to play with a many instrument and all. So that's very costly for normal, college guy, school guy and all. You can democratize the engineering labs, science lab and all, and it can be easier and cost effective mode of really doing the labs. It will save you from the electricity shock. It can save you from the fire. No need to have a human being on a space and all, and you can have virtual lab which can really fulfill the need of millions of guys. Right now one lab can only take care of 100 200 guys in practice, but in this metaverse mode, when you have a biology lab, it can serve 200 2 million guys as well, without any hiccups. So you just imagine right now, the way right now you imagine. So you generally have a keyboard and mouse earlier. Now the idea is to become more human. We can have just like a gesture. So suppose you see something, you can just use a gesture for assemble, disassemble, slice, dice, and all. You can really use the finger and the voice to play with the content, like virtual 3D content and all. So that is the power of metaverse. It will create a new kind of customer experience. No need to really carry your phone, laptop everywhere and use the mouse and all. Even in the laptop, you can't get immersed. You can't get learning. All kind of learning and training can be really, precise. Can be really shortened and more made more effective. So example like today's experience is like keyboard and mouse and all. Now the experience would be more like a gesture based, controller or gesture based and all. So it can be a glass like AR glass or it can be VR device. AR glass is mostly transparent and the VR device is not transparent. So it's like now mixed reality is coming which has a both qualities. So idea is to only use your gesture. The way you use in real life when you see something, you try to zoom and zoom in, zoom out and translate, rotate and all. The way you describe with your finger and hand and all, it can be used directly. It can, though that kind of experience is much more human and comfortable. It's coming very, very fast. So I can show you more like content, like how things are happening. The customer experience is going to be changed dramatically. I can say there's a quantum jump. It's not a simple jump, it's the quantum jump. The way we have to get rid of the keyboard eventually. We have to really come to the really gesture part, the human part. Just carry one glass or device and then just nothing. Just you use a gesture and all and speak something. That's enough for the metaverse experience. Like this kind of remote working is coming now. So we have built already India's first metaverse meeting platform where you can meet. This example, like this example. So in the Wow Meet, which we have built, the Wow Meet, you can have meetings. Your colleagues can be in Chennai or US or Japan or whatever, but all can be at 9:30 time. They can come and join the meeting, and they can go to the same space. So although they are in different part of the world, but they feel that in the meeting they come to the same 3D space. They can see each other avatars. They can really write on the whiteboard. They can walk around in the space. They can really have a slideshow. So no need to travel at all. You just need to have a device and some internet speed and some space in your home. That's all. And you can be teleported to the same 3D space. That is the power of the metaverse meeting. So it can really help you manage the official meetings, boardroom meetings, employee onboarding, trainings, events and conferences and all. It's going to change the way we live our lives. Like now, a second thing which we have built is the Wow City. Wow City is a typical city, a city having a lot of towers. In towers, we have a showrooms, art galleries, museums, pubs, and all. So you can really have a 3D experience. You go to the showroom of Nike or Unilever or whatever, and then you just walk around physically. So I can show you the video how you feel like walking. Okay. So idea of wow meeting is that you no need to travel at all. You just be in any part of the world, but you just wear the device and like example this. So the way you feel like meeting your colleagues, Zoom call and all this call won't give you this kind of emotional connect. You don't feel like connected. You can't see in a 3D space. You can't see someone in the left side, right side. You can't walk around. You can't write on a whiteboard also. So the Zoom call and all this kind of call won't give you this kind of freedom, 3D sense and all. But in this kind of platform, you can get sense of the 3D experience. So now you just nowadays you spend a lot of money on traveling for the any board meetings and all. It can be reduced dramatically. Even the office travel in Bangalore and Delhi, people spend 1 hour, 2 hour to go to office and all. So we can reduce the office visits. We can't replace the real meeting at all, but it is like close to the real meeting experience. The way we moved from the audio call to the video call, and now the video call to be changed in a mode of the 3D meetings and all. So the human connections can be felt much more in a 3D manner. So I think the way phone emerged from the audio to video, now this is time to move from video to the 3D experience and all. And also in the sports area, like there is a big change because you want to really learn how to do batting and all. So trying the batting, learning the squares and all games and all, it can be much easier in the VR mode. You just wear device and you feel like someone is bowling to you. You're hitting with the bat and all. You get exact experience of the batting, bowling, and all kind of things and all. It's highly real. All the big sports company are trying nowadays VR to promote the sports training and all. This is one example. So most of the clubs now are using the VR also to learn much better, learn and also like create the training model for the new guy as well. So I can also show you like one experience of the museums and art gallery and all. The whole city can be like the way you have city of Bangalore and city of Mumbai or whatever. Now we can create a whole city, a new city where we can have all kind of towers, showrooms, event hubs, and way we design city. We do the same thing also for the metaverse city also. We design the city towers, no malls and everything here. Like these two guys are from different part of India. Now they go to the same space. They go to the same kind of showrooms together in the city. They can walk around, go together, buy something there and all. They can go to the club also. They can go to the art gallery also right now. So the idea is to really make life geography agnostic. No matter where you stay, Goa or Maldives, whatever, but you can really transport to the new area directly with your friends, colleagues, and all. That is power of metaverse. Like you can have a Nike showroom visit. You can go to showroom directly at any time with your friends and go and see everything and buy also. So this kind of power we are creating now. Right now, we are seeing the controller. Controller is a way of is a proxy of your hands or fingers. The way you hold something. So in this same manner, you have the proxy of holding, unholding, and everything right now. Eventually, in coming 6 months to 1 year, I can feel that this controller will go away also, and just gesture is enough. The way you hold something, it can track your fingers and all, and then they can really do the same thing without controller also. So the idea is to make people live like a human being. Just use the hands to play with the virtual objects and experience and that is the game. Even in the tourism areas, I can see the power of metaverse. In tourism area, you can go to any temple or site or any kind of old old history item as well. So there is opportunity of traveling to the Frankfurt Museum without going to Germany. You can go to the any part of New York and also without really spending time and effort on traveling to US and US. So idea is to make life very much geography agnostic. And also in the area of the industrial training, as you mentioned already in past, every kind of complex engineering stuff, complex training also can be managed with the VR. So one example. Now learning the complex engineering, designing engines and all can be much more easier. So we can really create much smart human beings at a younger age. That is the power of VR and metaverse and all. So I think I would like to take questions from everyone here, like how you can ask any question regarding metaverse and the future of metaverse or customer experience paradigm as well right now. So we covered almost everything in terms of the video and all. It's open for discussion now.
Yeah, anyone who would like to ask any questions to Navinji and Mr. Navin, it was a wonderful thing, hearing about metaverse. I didn't know the power of metaverse was that great. That's brilliant, actually. So if there's anyone who has any questions,
I have one
yes,
question.
sure, Dr.
Navin.
Rajan, yeah.
Navin, yeah. It's a very interesting presentation, and I can see the potential and the power of metaverse in future. The one question that is going in my mind is, what about the concern about privacy and security? There could be
nice.
a potential security threat
Okay.
for this kind of technology might trigger. So is there any solution or thinking about that?
Okay, I can explain to you. So I have been handling this kind of question a long time. So I tell you, so there are two aspects. One is the security. The way when you go to the Flipkart and buy something, you also go use the card also right now. So there is also security in the typical Amazon store also right now. In the same manner, there is a risk attached with the any online activity, and this metaverse has the same backend. Backend is almost same. So this kind of backend technology is same as the Web 2 technology. Example, the way you handle the Amazon site and all. So the security issue is same. So the way we used to handle security of the online e-commerce, that is being handled in the same manner in the metaverse as well. Now, number two part is the behavior protocols. Example, someone using the middle finger in the classroom. That is a behavioral protocol issue right now. So there are two kind of issue. One is security issue that can be handled in the old way, the way you used to handle in the Amazon or any kind of site. This data issue can be handled in the same manner. Okay. Number two is the behavioral protocols. In that way, I can say that many people are building the protocol system of the metaverse, how to behave, how to interact. Example, like if you go close to anyone, very close, there is a alarm. Okay. So you're creating an alarm for a lot of scenario. Example, going close to anyone, going using the middle finger anywhere or hitting someone directly and all. So we are creating a behavior protocols, by the way, and so that it can be used in all metaverses. So I think going forward, I can see that people are taking care of those kind of requirements as well. Metaverse is safe, would be more safe in coming time. I don't think it's a big issue in the metaverse. I think the news articles published without much background.
No, but someone wants to destroy a laboratory.
Yeah.
He can sit and then get inside and take the entire view.
So that is all what. See, I tell you.
Those are not the possibility of the corollary that you have given in Amazon.
No.
Online.
It's all virtual. We control everything. So whoever comes to metaverse, we control everything. So we run a company of metaverse, right?
Control everything, but you don't control the individual.
No, we can create alarm. Example, we can create a pattern. Something is going wrong, so we see a pattern. So we call a fund of algorithm. So we create a pattern. If someone is using something, finger or hand somewhere another, if we see some pattern, we write a code based on the pattern and all. And based on the pattern, we create alarm. In alarm, we can make someone disappear as well, you know. So it's all about we're evolving now. We're trying to understand the pattern, which patterns are not acceptable, and based on the pattern, we get alarm in the system. In the alarm, we can either take the person out of the metaverse directly, or we can seize him directly, you know. So I think it's all evolving. I don't think it's a normal way of evolvement. We have to evolve with all kind of, you know, understanding and all.
Thank you.
Thank you. So,
Well,
yeah, anyone?
Thank you so much, Navinji. I think, you know, we're really running short on time. So, you know, please excuse. Anybody, any questions can, you know, put it forward and we can, you know, forward it to Mr. Navin and take the session further. But believe me, Mr. Navin, this was a very interesting session. And for me, it was a great eye-opener as well, you know, looking at the potential of metaverse, you know, it was really interesting. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
So now